aloha, and welcome, multidimensional friends, fellow conscious creators. Thank you so much for joining us once again. My name is Brendon, aka Mystic Spider-Man, Wolf Shield, Skull Babylon, welcoming you to another inspirational, heart-opening, mind-expanding broadcast presented by Paradigm Shift Central, a portal for conscious creators and leaders. And tonight is going to be a very, very special broadcast. We are doing a conscious open mic, a nice little, something nice and different, something to just be able to relax, to be able to connect, to be able to have some fun, share some smiles, to be able to practice sharing our poetry, our song, our stories, our laughter, anything that we can, just to be able to connect here together as community. So as we get ready to begin the broadcast, of course, I am joined once again by some fellow amazing shifters, people who are helping assist with the shifting consciousness through acts of creativity and compassion. So fellow shifters who are joining me here on the broadcast, just want to be able to gently unmute your microphones, and let's go ahead and send out some noise by doing some wolf howls and making any sort of wooing and wobbing noise, any sort of noise. So go ahead, make some noise for everybody out there, send some love. Awesome. All right, thank you again everyone so much for joining in. For those of you who may be new to this, I'll just give you the very simple introduction. Paradigm Shift Central is a project we began over 10 years ago, and it's about building a team of shifters, as I mentioned, people who are helping assist with the shift in consciousness through acts of creativity and compassion. And now more than ever, that role is becoming incredibly apparent in terms of the value it holds, in terms of the story that is unfolding. And that story is one of us continuing to rise together as a team, continuing to use the alchemy of our art to be able to help bring more magic into this world, to inspire people and to assist them on their own journeys of continuing to show up to this world to do what they can to help make a difference. So if you want to check out more at paradigmshiftcentral.com. We have broadcasts here weekly. We do meditations on the full moon. I do some meditations in the morning that you can tune into. There's lots of content that you can check out at paradigmshiftcentral.com. Of course, a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters who support with monthly contributions to help make this possible. If you want to check out more of the Patreon, check the links out in the YouTube. And for the creators on the broadcast here today, for those of them who have offered the opportunity for you to be able to connect with them, you'll find the links for their profiles in the show notes after the broadcast as well. So with that said, we're gonna get into the just the fun of this broadcast. And for those of you who are tuned in on YouTube, go ahead and drop an 1111 in the chat. Let me know that you are tuned in. And again, for those of you on Facebook, if you want to be able to jump over to YouTube, you can click the link in the video info. Excuse me, I'm like choking on a Dorito from dinner apparently. Anyways, and for those of you on Instagram, go ahead and click the link in my bio to be able to join in. So for tonight's broadcast, oh man, that the Doritos catching over me. All good, don't worry, I'm still here. All right, there. Okay, so for tonight's broadcast, what we're gonna do, we're gonna be kind of passing the talk and stick around and sharing some poetry, sharing some song, making stuff up as we go along. And yeah, there was our first rhyme right there. I didn't even try, it just kind of happened. So as we do this, I just want to be able to remind the people who are in the circle and the people who are watching the circle that this is really just about creating space to be able to practice sharing our voice, to be able to practice sharing our song. And so I'll be doing some song later and everything like that. Like, I'm not a professional singer, but I'm gonna do it anyways. So to start things off, I have a poem that I am going to share, and this is actually a poem that I wrote back in 2012. And the name of this poem, as I just bring up my show notes here, the name of this poem is A Poem for the End of the World as We Know It. And so this was literally a poem that was written on December 20th, 2012. So I'm sure we can all remember for the most part where we were and what we were feeling at that time. Of course, like the astrological significance of that date and the solstice happening and everything like that. Very, very powerful time for those of us who are going through our own journeys of like just like continuing to awaken within the dream, so to speak. And so I wanted to be able to literally go back to this poem, and I haven't read this poem since a while ago, but I know that there's like relevance here for being able to share this poem now. And of course, throughout this broadcast, yeah, there's lots of stuff happening in the world right now. That will not be the focal point of this topic, of this broadcast. This will be an opportunity for us to be able to create like a comfortable, safe, and inspiring space. But at the same time, I wanted to be able to share this poem as a way just to be able to tap into some of the inspirational themes that I shared through the poem at the time that are still relevant today. So as I imagine, you can imagine me like walking up to the stage, and here we have this like beautiful setting. There's all these amazing people sitting in the crowd with their attention and just like ready to just like be able to support whoever's up on the mic. And of course, I'll go first, but then we'll pass the talking stick around, and you'll get to hear me embarrass myself with some singing eventually. So all right, so here's my poem. And I'm just going to share this one, and then we'll pass it around. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for being here. My name's Brendon, and here's my poem. I hope it resonates with you. So, a poem for the end of the world, brackets, as we know it, end bracket, written December 20th, 2012. As the fate of the world dances on the edge of a knife, so does your essence, so does your life. So with these lasting moments between now and what tomorrow may bring, collect and gather your thoughts, or spend time counting your things. So as you stand where you are on the brink of the world, do you take the time to look back at all the things that have unfurled? Each moment that brought you to the space you're in, each tear and each smile, every awe, every wow. Because regardless of what happens, be it destruction or rebirth, both are essential to bring about a new earth. So do you cry and do you weep, or do you embrace the inevitable with a melancholy glare as you remind yourself that you are adaptable? Do you hold those closest to you, or do you sit outside on your own, looking out onto the sky, making peace with the unknown? Let your mind play this game as if fate has been sealed, and allow yourself to look within. It's never too late to be healed. So let go of your ego. Let it be the one thing to die. Because don't wait till tomorrow. Don't waste time asking why. Understand that you chose this, to be in this shared dream, to be here with the rest of us, floating down this cosmic stream. So where have you been? What have you done? Ask yourself now, because in time, well, you may have none. Yet perhaps when tomorrow comes, allow yourself to be renewed. Allow yourself to birth conviction of everything you ever viewed. Cataclysm or metamorphosis, your fate is written in the sky. It is sparkled from within, so grasp your pen and hold it high. Because the story continues with every pulse, with every breath, with every moment that we smile, even in the fate of death. Every end is a beginning, or something fresh and something new. So meditate on your mind, on that which makes you you. Looking forwards and looking backwards, keep moving onwards from here. Grasp only what you need, and simply let go of the fear. Like the splitting of a cell, let a mitosis occur between that of who you are and that of who you were. Things will unfold as they will. Know this, and you will see that your fate is not yours alone, because you are an extension of me. And that's where the poem ends. So cue, like, you guys can do like the snapping things, even for those of you listening, if you want to do the snapping things. So cool. Okay, so thank you for allowing me to go first, and from here we'll pass the talking stick around. And for those of you, let me just mention, for those of you on Instagram, click the link in my bio to tune in on YouTube. For those of you who may be watching this and maybe you're just like, yo, like maybe I got something to share, send me a direct message through Instagram at Mystic Spider-Man. So if you want to possibly get on air, depending on how many people we got, send me a message on Instagram at Mystic Spider-Man. So with that said, we're going to pass the talking stick around. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. Like this video, share it around, invite your friends. Let's chill out, have some fun. And yeah, stick around to hear me embarrass myself with some singing eventually later on. Okay, so who was it who wanted to go next? Julia, you wanted to go next. So we're going to pass over to Julia. Julia, please, by all means, if you want to like introduce yourself in any form, you're welcome to. If you want to get right into it, whatever works for you. So Julia, passing the talking stick over to you. And thank you so much for being here and for sharing your voice.
Thank you, Brendon. I did not write this poem. I just wanted to share it. It's titled Happiness. Happiness comes now and then. We cannot be sure just when. But when it's there, enjoy each hour, because happiness has such power. Joy to you it will bring, even make someone else sing. What peace of mind happiness can show, making you and others glow. Nurture it, make it last. Forget the troubles of the past. Never fear that it will go, for it could always grow. And then tomorrow, there it will be, for happiness can set you free. And that's it.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, Julia. And would we like to pass the talking stick to the next person? And then we'll come back to you a little bit later. Perfect. All right. Okay. So with that said, thank you, Julia. And if somebody wants to volunteer to go next, go ahead and you can raise your hand and let me know. And yeah, we'll do that. We'll kind of like, I think a few of us got a few things to share, so we'll kind of like hopscotch back and forth. So who would like to go next? Go ahead and just raise your hand and we'll pass it over to you as soon as you're ready. So we have Elizabeth, we have Lise, we have Katie, and we have Lily as well. So if one of you just wants to give me a thumbs up whenever you're ready, and whatever. Elizabeth, okay, cool. All right, so we'll pass it over to Elizabeth, and thank you. Special shout Elizabeth. Elizabeth is one of our newer Patreon supporters. Thank you, Elizabeth. And Elizabeth, we'll pass it over to you, and when you're ready, you can begin, and I'll unmute yourself, and you're good to. Oh, can you unmute yourself, Elizabeth? It's not letting me unmute you. I think you just go ahead and click the unmute button when you're ready, and then we'll pass it over to you if it's working there. 1 second. Hang tight, everyone. We're just making sure that it's working properly. There we go. Okay, Elizabeth, can you go ahead and just make sure that we can hear you okay? And can you guys give me a thumbs up? You guys can still hear me okay? Is Elizabeth frozen? Yeah, I think Elizabeth might be frozen. Okay. Oh, Elizabeth, go ahead. Try talking.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, okay, Elizabeth,
Okay.
the talking stick is in your hand. Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Okay, so I think it's just a little bit of a delay on the lag there. Elizabeth, we'll see if we can confirm how laggy it is. Stand by, everyone. Yeah, I think it's just a bit of a delay, that's all. Okay. All right, Elizabeth, you might need to...
it's delayed.
Yeah, you might need to rejoin if that helps with the connection, or just kind of walk to a stronger spot where the signal is.
Okay.
If
Can you hear me
that
now?
real quick. I think it's better now. I think it's okay now. So go ahead, Elizabeth. We'll try it as it is. I think that's good.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
All right. I wrote this poem in July of 2010, and it's called Rainbow Bridge Leads to the Heart. Red, orange, yellow wheels link to the road to the wheels of blue, purple, violet, gold. All pass through the heart, the place of the soul. Build a bridge of rainbows as you traverse the roads of wheels, up and down, all around are the colors. Unity is the goal, for we are all one. The heart's link, that is the in, that is its nature. Begin, begin, begin with the heart. Its momentum is angular from the start. Angular momentum is just a hug away. Hugs make the world go round and round and round. Hugs make the world go round and round. Hugs create unity. Unity creates spin. Spin creates momentum, thusly increasing vibration and velocity, leading to unity for you and me and all that is. Oneness you see is within. Long ago, the yogi used to shout at me, "There's no outside, there is only within." The within is the outside, as he sat in lotus and shouted into the wind. As I nodded, not understanding his impatience at my incomprehension. Ride the great ride, see the great wheel. The greening of the heart is good for you and me and all that you see. Green is the color of the heart, and all rainbows create art. The love that is within is so throughout around. The rainbow bridge is the same as up and down, as so in heaven, so on earth. Love, love, love is the momentum to mastery. Getting here from there is a journey of enlightenment. That was my poem.
Beautiful. Snap, 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 snap. Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, if you would you like to share? You can share one. You can share a couple back to back if you like. If you
Sure,
feel called. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And
sure.
if you're able to, the signal was a little bit choppy at some point, so just make sure that you're wherever the signal's strongest, so that we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Okay. When you're ready, though, if it's too bad, I'll let you know, and I wouldn't mean to interrupt on
Okay.
purpose, but I'll let you know. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Thank you. Let me know if my signal drops because I'm on Wi-Fi.
Oh, and
I'm
yeah, and even as you're saying that, I think it's a little bit choppy. So
let's see. Just the wind on a clear spring day, blue skies and sun streams,
okay.
iridescent light, filling, reflecting, bubbles blown with the bright yellow wand by a steady and focused breath, exhaling, floating on the currents. They is floating, flying. They are flown, gently landing on a patch of green grass and yesterday's leaves. Such beauty bubbles from this joy.
Beautiful. Snap, snap, snap,
Thank
snap,
you.
snap, snap,
Thank you.
snap. Beautiful. All right. Well, Elizabeth, you have several other poems, correct?
Yeah, I have a lot.
Okay. Okay. So let's we can pass it around if that's okay with you, and then we can go back to you.
Sounds great.
Perfect.
Sounds
All right. Thank you, Elizabeth. All right. Okay. So with that said, can I get someone to raise their hand? Lise, we'll pass it over to you. All right, Lise, one of our regulars here as well. Thank you so much, Lise. Go ahead. You can set this up however you wish.
Cool, thank you. So yeah, I'm on a bit of a sound limitation from where I am just because of the time of day here, but I'm okay to do kind of some spoken word instead. So I've kind of dug out a book which has various bits and pieces from the last few years. This whole sequence is actually prompting me that I really need to be writing again because I've been doing other things right now. But this one is from the 31st of October 2017. So I'm gonna read it direct from the page. So hopefully I can read my own my own writing. I've not come to this one in a while. As yet, there's no title for this. Flowing, connected to that source, an inner knowing, growing, petals blossom, fragrance sweetens, layers of complexity deepen, eaten, nectar from the gland it drips, pineal perspectives take licks to get big kicks, Tricks, smoke and haze to divert the gaze, days, lost a few along the way, blaze, set new trails and route ways or stay, sink into feet, earth and ground, roots set down, feeling out, think out loud, firm realities unfold abound, in the round, dancing, spinning, a race between head and heart, but who's winning? Sound, meet the beat, stomp your feet, sham and shake to stimulate internal heat. Take your seat, hold energy in the chalice, the internal palace. Be warned, your self preservation can be met with malice. Don't become callous. We're all on a path to increase knowledge, discipline of the self you don't learn in college. Outside, let's forage. Find by design what stimulates the animal brain. They may say you're insane, but this virtual cage causes you pain. Why should you remain? Channel the thane. Exist out with the limits of the space which does not hold you. If it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. That not what your psychoanalyst told you. Bold who? Me who longs to be so free. There's gold and wisdom, but seems many have a treasure chest without a key. Be the tree, elongate and stretch to reach the higher frequencies. Extend and bend the circuit, this current, it does not end. Send, move it, use it, train it and condition it to your benefit or lose it. Blend, find another with whom to merge and discover. Electric dreams raise up the covers, ghost like silhouettes, you both wail and shudder. Rudder, being pulled south by this feeling, a deep breath renewed, a clearing. New concepts that need rearing, doorways open to endless ceiling. Sky that's black and deep and dark, but the sparkle of mystery speaks to my heart. Ship sails so fast, direct like a dart, speed and precision combine to make art. To part, simply distance draws matter into alternate spaces. After a time, it becomes hard to remember detail and faces, but body remembers the law of attraction, cellular memory called into action, temperature rising, circulation and traction, caption. What to call this when there's one word that exists, describe this balance and harmony as absolute bliss, sealed with a kiss, no doubt left with this, but there are things that I do miss, and here is my list. Your words are gentle but penetrate with the force of a fist. Your eyes can be tired but still flicker, a sign your fire is lit. Hearth warm, arms open and surround, create a place for me to sit. Active and awake like the body your mind likes to flit. Skin so soft like a peach that longs to be bit. Dreams and plans and in the intention to set good habits of benefit. Optimism, direction, craziness and wit. A toolbox of skills and ideas, a comprehensive kit. Confidence to speak personal truth to those who can handle it. Resilience and life experience, tales of love and grit. I know you've been in the gutter and been through some shit. If this is a war we're fighting, I think together we can tackle it. This collision is still an aftershock, spark ricochet in my chest, trigger has been pulled, undone my lock, softness waiting to pour out, an inevitable arrival of the ticking clock, a force stronger than the mind who expertly attempts to block. The flood washes over you, all you can do is integrate and take stock. Yes, I know you could have any, maybe even many to serve you like a sacred flock, but I know one to one is the best way for us to talk. Hold my hand into the woods, I'll take you for a walk. Warrior hearts can find each other when allowed to stalk. Hunt is on, it seems we've both been caught. No need to struggle, this capture is no longer fraught. Dreams answered by a messenger who found my thought. Hand delivered, the love my subconscious has always sought. This bond feels right and the chords are taut. No restraint on flexibility, this is a love that can't be bought. When I've succumbed a little more, I'll let you know my thoughts. So sorry, that was a long one, and it's a total snapshot into times gone by of like an old relationship that's sadly no longer there. But then, despite all the ups and downs, it's nice to have a little like nugget which reminds you of the good times as well. So thanks for the space to share.
That was beautiful. Thank you so much, Lise, for sharing that. Like, yeah, snap, snap, snap. That really means a lot. All right, okay. Give me 2 seconds here. Lise, I just want you to humor me, and I made a slight adjustment into the sound because I want to be able to see if I can synchronize it a little bit more. Can you just do me a favor and just count to 5 real quick? I know we're just doing a quick like sound check in the middle of this.
One, two, three, four, five.
And then can you go like this? Okay, cool, sweet. Right. Okay, and then I'll find out whether or not that works. Okay, so in between that and me checking that, if I can get an idea from somebody who would like to go next, just raise your hand and we'll pass it over to you. So, who would like to go next? If Katie's ready? Okay, sweet. Okay, alright, so the thing that I made the adjustment for in the sound didn't work, so I'm going to switch it back to normal. Perfect. Alright, and that's why I did it. Okay, perfect. So, Katie, we're going to pass it over to you. And, Katie, when you're ready, you can give any sort of introduction you wish, and the talking stick is in your hands, so whenever you're ready, go right ahead.
Sweet, thank you. I'm going to sing a song that I wrote in February. February of 2020. I consider it a medicine song. It came to me at a point where I was doing a lot of really deep healing. So I'm going to sing it. It's pretty short, good for repeating, good as sort of a mantra. And here we go. Thank you for the medicine, for the layers that we shed, for the good experiences. Thank you for the medicine, for the layers that we shed. I invite you to take some deep breaths and maybe close your eyes and sink into these words. For the good experiences. Thank you for the medicine, for the layers that we shed, for the good experiences. Thank you for the medicine, for the layers that we shed, for the good experiences. Thank you for the medicine, for the layers that we shed, for the good experiences. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
For when people are doing like the finger snaps or the claps, if you guys like gently want to unmute your microphones and just like vocalize and just be like, oh my god, that was beautiful, please, like,
go Katie.
That was awesome. So
Thanks.
that was,
Can we say go Katie now?
did
I just said go Katie.
Thank you so much.
That was beautiful.
Good job, girl.
That's beautiful. That's
Oh
so
wait,
cool.
should I go next, Brendon? Is there anybody else?
One second, Lily. Let me just double check a thing here. Philo, I just wanted to say hello and welcome to you as well, dude. Philo, you're there? You're here with us?
Yeah, let me turn. I've been hiding here. Howdy, folks.
Yo.
Just been laying on my bed. I don't have a whole lot of energy, but I couldn't resist joining all you beautiful people. So yeah, I have a few jokes that I'd like to share, but you can totally go first since you've been on.
Yeah. Let's do that. So whoever would like to volunteer to go next, the option is there. So did Lily, did you want to go next then?
I
since
want to
based
hear
on order.
jokes.
You want to hear? Okay, we'll hear some jokes. Okay, so Philo, if you want to share some jokes next, that's cool. Then we'll pass it to Lily, and then by that we'll have gone through the rotation once. I think there may be a couple other people who are going to be joining on the air as we go. When it gets back to me, I'm gonna practice singing a song and intentionally embarrassing myself, but opening my heart at the same time. So it's worth it. All right, Philo, ready? We'll pass it over to you. Is that cool?
Cool.
All right, okay, go for it, dude.
Well, happy Thursday to everyone out there now and in the future. And happy spring. I hope that you are all at least getting outside a little bit to see all of the flowers coming into bloom. I'm gonna sit on this pillow here so that this is my Philo pillow. So yeah, I just want to say that I just read this cool message on Facebook that was apparently sent. Spring is in the air, exactly. This message was apparently sent from a Hopi, which is an indigenous tribe in like Southwest America. One of the elders from the Hopi tribe sent this cool message. I could probably send it to Brendon and maybe he could share it or something, but it's a really beautiful message about like the times we are in. And one of the things that it said was not to feel guilty for being joyful or like being happy. Like, and it said that like, you know, the world needs happiness right now and it needs joy and inspiration. And, you know, we shouldn't be like ashamed to spread that. We should be, you know, grounded in the reality of what's happening, but, you know, we shouldn't hold back sharing positive energy and stuff. I also want to say, Katie, that was a beautiful song. Thank you so much. And everyone's shares have been beautiful. I've been watching pretty much from the beginning, just on Facebook. But anywho, I consider myself a certified joke collector, and everywhere I go, I trade jokes with people. So at the grocery store or in public, random strangers all the time, I just ask them if they have any jokes, and oftentimes they do, and we trade a joke or two, and it's a great, you know, way to be a glitch in the matrix and, you know, spread spontaneity and laughter. So I encourage everyone to be a part of the joke revolution. Most people seem to be suffering from joke amnesia, which means you can't remember any jokes, even though there's like hundreds upon hundreds of great jokes out there. And generally speaking, I like to tell like PG-13 jokes. I try not to be mean to any type of people or, you know, too adult rated jokes, but I'll just share a few here. Um, Philo, someone's in the chat here. Yeah, I'll post my links and stuff in a minute, but let me just tell a few jokes. And all right, so here we go. I have a lot of jokes memorized, but I also have this list on my laptop that I might refer to. But the other day there was a pterodactyl in my bathroom, but I didn't even notice because the pee was silent. Yeah, it was. I really like groaner jokes. A lot of people call them dad jokes, but I think that moms can tell bad jokes too. So I want to represent, you know, these are all gender quality jokes. Let's see here. Do y'all know what the best part about living in Switzerland is? Yeah, I'm not really sure, but the flag is a big plus. Yeah. Um, um, what do you call a dog that can do magic? That can do magic? A labracadabrador. Yeah. Did y'all know that 5 out of every 4 people have trouble with fractions? Yeah, it's really sad. All right, here's one of my favorite ones. What did the pirate say on his birthday? I'm 80. Yeah, I love these jokes. So thanks for bearing with me here. But yeah, it's really fun to just trade jokes with people at the grocery store and whatnot. So I encourage you all to do that if you do go out. I mean, you can send jokes to people on Facebook too. That's a good practice as well. But yeah, Lisa, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, Lisa Michelle, maybe. Um, asked for my links online on Facebook. My name is Philo Lila, and I also my normal website isn't really working right now, but if you go to teampachamama.net, that's where I compile a lot of my various different things. So hopefully that should work. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and say hello. I'm kind of in hibernation mode. I was doing a lot the last couple days. So yeah, keep up the good work, everyone. I just want to affirm everyone on here, and once again, thank you, Brendon, for holding space all the time. You're a freaking superhero.
Thank you. As well, dude.
So yeah, y'all are
Cool.
awesome. Keep up the good work, and I'll see y'all in the future.
Beautiful. All right, Philo, thank you so much. And Philo, for those of you looking to connect with Philo, if you're on YouTube, refresh this video and then check the show notes in the YouTube info, and you'll find the links there for Lise, for myself, for Elizabeth, and for Philo as well. So beautiful. Okay,
Katie's a part of Team Pachamama, by the way. That's kind of our
perfect.
Our crew.
There we go.
Here in Pittsburgh.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Beautiful.
All right.
I'll
be listening from my bed.
If you got some more great bad jokes, feel free to jump in at any point. I like, people are just like, yes, more of that, please. So
all right.
Okay, so thank you, Philo. We're gonna pass it over to Lilly. I think Lilly is ready to go next. Lilly? Yeah, okay, we'll pass over to Lilly, and that will give me an extra couple moments to get ready for my singing debut or something like that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. Well, I do, but we'll see. It's a surprise, maybe. Lilly, we'll pass it over to you. Thank you so much for joining, and when you're ready, go ahead and tell us what you would like to share for our open mic.
All right, so I didn't get the clip notes. I didn't know we could use old poems. And I have a lot. So like when I turn off my camera after this, I'm still listening, guys. I have a million poems. So, or like poetry, just songs, general mantras, songs. I have bookfuls. This is one of them. And some are too personal. Sorry. Just like, public broadcast. But so what I did was I literally just went ahead and flowed before I got on here, but I was like, I'll probably forget it, or not be able to just do it impromptu, maybe immediately. So I wrote it down, but I literally wrote this as beginning the broadcast, right before I joined. So this is just what flew out of me. The ocean tides flowing like it can fly. The ocean's like a potion, giving me a notion. That's just like the tide. Something is approaching. Heart be still. Let's sit down with friends, talk and chill. Love is able to build a strong will. The imprints of pain left by the world no longer empty but filled. No longer directionless and completely in the dark. Inside us all are sparks. We are everything and nothing all at the same time. Try to wrap your human brain around more than the 3D timeline. Open your eyes, see that you're truly divine. That was my last line.
Clap.
That's my last line.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, guys, it was literally I was just I want to start playing, and I just as I was speaking it aloud and writing it. So I'm gonna be back around though, round 2.
Yes.
All right, there's always more where that came from. Cool. All right.
But it was a good message, guys. I hope.
I appreciate it. Beautiful. All right. Okay. So with that said, I think we've almost gone around once. I think Annie is here, but I'm not sure if Annie's sound is working yet. So Annie, if your sound's working or if you need to message me through Instagram, go ahead and let me know. Again, if there are people in the broadcast who are just like, yo, like I feel like I want to jump on and practice sharing something, message me through Instagram at Mystic Spider-Man, and if there's space available, I can send you the link to join on Zoom. And so with that said, okay, I'm gonna practice doing like, this will be kind of like poetry slash song. I've never really done this before. It'll just be kind of like a cappella, I guess, if that's the right phrase. But basically, the song that I am choosing to sing is a song that some of you are familiar with. The song is by DubFX, and the song is Love Someone. And this feels like an appropriate song to be able to sing. So am I a professional singer? No, not by any means, but that doesn't stop me from making sounds with my face. And I'm sure Lise would be awfully happy to be able to encourage everyone to do that. So, as we all should be encouraging each other to do this. So, all right, hang tight as I'm just pulling up all the things that I need, the lyrics and everything like that. All right, okay, all right. So you guys feel free to cheer me on or something like that. And again, like, I don't know, we'll see what this sounds like. This will be kind of cool. And I haven't like read the lyrics of this in a while, so but I know like the tune in my head. So allow me to kind of like free flow this and make it into something. And again, that's the point of this broadcast, for it to just kind of be like practice and playful. All right, here we go. Listen to the magic of the words. All right, here we go. It's possible to love someone and not treat them in the way that you want. It's possible to see your eyes be the devil in disguise with another front end. It's possible to change this world, revolutionize the boys and girls. It's possible to educate the next generation that will rule the world someday. The changing times of the 21st century means nothing to me, 'cause I would rather be at the beginning of time. Earth would be mine, living in luxury, discovering a world out there, believing in the sun, earth, water, and air. Take me there so I can see the world bloom, standing at the cliff and howling at the moon. Creating a world for the open-minded, a unique perception of truth inside it. I know we can find it, it's just a matter of where and when we collectively decide it. This world is not a vicious place, it's just the way that we've been raised, discovering time and space. I know that we can make it change, rearrange the way we appreciate the world today. It's possible to love someone and not treat them in the way that you want. It's possible to see your eyes be the devil in disguise with another front end. It's possible to change this world, revolutionize the boys and girls. It's possible to educate the next generation that will rule the world someday. Yeah, someday. Now as I start to put my mind into words, I stall, I'm falling, I'm losing it all, my inhibition, the thoughts of wasting away, the fact that music's at a place not far away, yet I stray. Stick to my world, in love with my life, my beliefs, and a girl. But if it isn't luck that I love this crazy place, this human race, don't get me wrong, I still think that we could change. But this is life, the fact that time exists, and here we are, we don't come equipped with it all. Half the fun is learning, and I'm having a ball. The world keeps turning, my world is small, but I make my change, and I hope you're feeling the same way. I hope you're seeing what I say. It's possible to love someone and not treat them in the way that you want. It's possible to see your eyes be the devil in disguise with another front end. It's possible to change this world, revolutionize the boys and girls. It's possible to educate the next generation that will rule the world someday. Yeah, someday, yeah. In this concrete jungle that we live, our survival is love that we give. Now my instinct has got in my way. It's true what they say. This world is your chance to create. In this concrete jungle we live. Our survival is love that we give. Now my instinct has got in my way. It's true what they say. This world is our chance to create. In this concrete jungle we live. Our survival is love that we give. Now my instincts have got in my way. It's true what they say. This world is our chance to create now. It's possible to love someone and not treat them in the way that you want. It's possible to see your eyes be the devil in disguise with another front end. It's possible to change this world, revolutionize the boys and girls. It's possible to educate the next generation that will rule the world someday. Cue clapping and snapping. All right. Cool. Well, that was the first. I've never sung that song without actually listening to it at the same time, and I haven't even listened to that song in a while. So I'm like, how does that part even go? I forget. So, how many people here were familiar with that song to begin with? And yeah, maybe some people. No one here. Some people were. Dub FX. The song is called "Love Someone." I encourage you to go check it out. It's like way better than what I just did. Believe me. My goodness. Anyways, I have no regrets. All right, let's keep passing the talking. Stick around. Julia, did we want to go back to you? We'll pass it back to you. We'll kind of keep that rotation going, and I got more stuff. We'll see. We'll see how long this broadcast goes. It's not going to go 3 hours, so we'll try and keep a time limit between like 90 and 2 hours. But yeah, all right, Julia, passing back over to you, and when you're ready, go.
All right, thank you so much. My name's Julia, and I'm going to share a collection of stories that I kind of just threw together after I found out Brendon was doing this. So they're fun. It's about children. When we learn how to meditate, we learn a lot about how to breathe from watching babies. I don't know, a lot of meditation teachers tell us to watch babies, or like if you've ever seen a baby, they use their full belly to breathe. And so that's one of the very first steps in meditation is, slowing down your thoughts and concentrating on your breath. And so babies are one of the very first things that we're taught to mimic when we're older, which is kind of funny. And when athletes are learning how to run, they're taught to watch children, because children, when they run, they have the perfect posture, and their breathing and their strides are the perfect, like you want to mimic exactly what they do. And I believe that all children are just beautiful. They're the best teachers of presence and unconditional love. There's even this video that kind of went viral, is this little girl who's in a grocery store, and someone's videotaping her, and she has a binky in her mouth, and she's looking up at people, and she'll stop right in front of them and wave at them, and it just brings them back into the moment, like, oh yeah, we're not just shopping, like we're also here existing together. And it's really cute because she goes to like everybody that she sees, she's just waving at them, and she comes up to this one lady, and this lady looks at her and she goes, oh, and then the little girl just holds her hands out, and the lady comes in and just gives her a hug. And it's so precious. Children just bring that out in people. And I've worked a lot with children, and I want to share some stories that kind of went into that. So let's see, where did I could have made some notes. Oh yeah, children are also very in tune with their bodies. So if you've ever like been around kids and they fall like on the playground or something, they immediately, like if they hurt their knee, they'll hold on to their knee. And it's almost like what we learn like with Reiki, like you send love to that area. They're just so in tune with that I'm going to hold my knee and, cry here for a moment and send love to this area of my body. And the other day, or not the other day, a couple of weeks ago, I was out to dinner. I don't have chopsticks with me, but I'm just going to imitate this. So I was at dinner, and when you're hungry, you're ready to eat some food, and they're taking a while to bring you food. uh, you, I mean, and then you see other people getting food, it makes you more hungry. And I'm watching this kid who's at a different table, but he's like kind of in front of me, and he's complaining to his parents, and he's voicing how he's feeling inside. Mom, I'm so hungry. Look at how good their food is. And finally, I see the waitress coming over to his table, and she's about to put the food on the on the table. And he's sitting on his knees looking at the food, and he's got the chopsticks on the top of his head, and he's twirling them around. And as she's bringing it right in front of him, his eyes get really big, and he starts licking his lips, and he's twirling the chopsticks around. It just looks so funny. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, you know what? I totally feel how you feel. You know, I totally understand. You're so hungry and you're so excited about your food. And for some reason, as we get older, we kind of lose that. We're taught to like kind of hold still and make ourselves look presentable. And I just totally understand how this kid's feeling. And kids just bring that out. They're just so in the moment, so much to learn from children. And I want to also just tell you guys, like, that when children express themselves, it's contagious to adults too. We kind of relearn, like, oh yeah, I should give this little kid a hug in the grocery store, even though I don't know her and her parents are watching. And you know that it's just it makes you feel good, and it makes other people around you feel good when you're able to express yourself. And I'll end with just a quick story of probably 10 years ago when I was a preschool teacher. I had this classroom to myself, and I'm supposed to have an assistant, but the principal knocked on the door. And so all the kids are running around, and it's about lunchtime. And the principal tells me that I'm not going to have an assistant for the rest of the day. She's going home. And so automatically I'm getting worried because I have to help put these kids down for their nap after lunch. And my mind is just going like, okay, I'm trying to plan what's going to happen next. And I'm serving out the lunch plates to all the kids. And I'm just thinking, like, this is totally illegal. First of all, that I'm outnumbered and all these worries are coming in, and I'm just getting everything ready. And all of a sudden I hear a little voice go, Miss Julia. And I look over, and it's this little girl looking at me, and I was like, what? Honestly, I wasn't really excited to see her. Like, what do you want? What do you want, Beatrice? And she goes, Miss Julia, I love you. And it just, it just brought me back to like, I love you too. And I just ran up to her and gave her a hug. And I was like, I love all you guys. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not stressed out because of you. And, you know, like, I'm, just going around like, oh, I just love you guys. You're so awesome. And so I just wanted to share that with everybody that, come back to that, and we can continue to learn from children, whether it's your own kids or someone else's, or just when you're seeing someone walking around with their kids, they're just always present. They have this beauty in them. They're just so unfiltered, totally unconditional love just come pouring out. And I also want to say that we should continue to breathe like babies, run like children, hug people you don't know, and dance, do a happy dance when you get a plate of food in front of you. And most of all, tell people who you love that you love them. And that's it.
All right, everyone at once. 1, 2, 3, collective. Aww.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
That was
so much
cute.
for sharing
Thank you,
all
Julia.
that.
I think that definitely
Aw.
brought some much needed smiles. So thank you, Julia.
Cuteness
Thank you.
overload.
Aw. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Well, my cheeks are like, I'm feeling like that feeling when your cheeks are just like, everyone's starting to get that. I was getting a good workout in for your cheek muscles. That's good. All right. Beautiful. And so with that said, we'll pass over to another person. Julia, if we go around the circle again, is there something else you might have to share? I mean, okay, well, either way, you're welcome to just please hang out and smile along with us. So, okay, wonderful. All right, we'll pass it over to whoever's ready next. Elizabeth would be the next person based on the rotation. Elizabeth, are you ready? Would you like to pass it over to you next? Okay, so if you can unmute yourself, and we'll pass it over to you. And here, I imagine a few more poems. So, Just giving Elizabeth a second here to get it all set up. And then once we are ready, we will pass the talking stick over to Elizabeth. And I think Elizabeth, there we go. All right, let me see if I can unmute from my end. Okay, go ahead, Elizabeth.
Thanks.
Can you say something?
Awesome.
Perfect. All
Thank
right,
you.
not a problem. Okay, all right. And if the connection gets a little shoddy, I'll let you know. But otherwise, we'll just get right into it, and it should be okay. All right, whenever you're ready.
All right, we're gonna go for it. The poem I'm going to share now is called Seen. Looking, I see the great goddess, Mother Earth, Gaia, all of nature. Standing upon an ancient network, I listen, I hear. The earth, her message is clear. Love, love, love more, dear one. I sniff the air, and all of a sudden, my face grows, and I feel myself sitting on haunches. Oh, oh, oh my, shape-shifting here. I lift up my head high. I taste the sweetness of the air, the plants, the mycelium. I feel my haunches grow into roots and then lifted up high, 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 up into the air. The perspective of the tree fills me with a deep knowing, growing, sowing more into the constellation of my inner universe. I feel the earth, the dirt, the mycelium, insects, the water. I feel the sun, the wind, the cosmos as creativity pulses through my hands to me. I am that I am.
Snap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Cool. Elizabeth, you can give if you got
Thank
a couple more
you.
you want to go right into, please, by all means. That was beautiful.
Sure. Sure, I have 3 haikus I'd like to share. Can you hear me? Okay. Geese. Geese honking wildly. Cacophony, echoes, laughing. Spring aloft returns. Frogs. Singing birds in trees. Pond ripples, colors reflecting. Frogs, ribbit. Dawn song. And the last one is bending. Large tree, an apple bends. The wind blows toward the marsh. East, 100 years.
Snap, 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 snap.
Thank
Cool.
you.
Beautiful. Awesome. I love the nature themes of your work. Very cool. So
Thank you. I
awesome.
spend a lot of
Alright.
time in nature.
It's a great source of inspiration, absolutely. So I would encourage everyone to just like go out there and
Blessings to
write
you.
poems about nature. Yeah. Lessons and absolutely. So cool. All right. Well, Elizabeth, if there's
Thank
more you
you.
want to share as we keep passing talking stick around, please by all means just let us know. So cool. All right. So we'll pass it over to whoever's ready next. Lise, did you want to go next? Or Katie, did you want to go next? If anybody wants to jump in. Lise has something else. Yeah. Okay. And Lise, like, I mean, yeah, like poetry, even if you want to do some like a cappella stuff or anything like that,
Yeah,
you know, whatever works.
yeah, obviously like volume is an issue.
Yeah,
So,
like low
but
key a cappella.
yeah, I might go for like a little free flow. Just
Yes. Yeah, I'm feeling it.
because why not?
That
Move
absolutely.
into the scary space. You've paved the way, Brendon. Fair
I'll
play.
meet you there.
So I'm gonna use this flame for inspiration just to give me a bit of
Cool.
stability.
All right, I'll tag team this one with you if you want to pass it off, or like you can kind of like set it up and then I can jump in, and then if anybody else wants to kind of like keep going, we're just gonna kind of practice some like free flow, flowetry type thing, which we've done in the past, conscious mic. So yeah, we've got a little bit of practice here, but yeah. Okay, Lise, go ahead. You can start it off when you're ready.
Cool. Breath, connect, time to reflect, inject, segue into the next time, space, and sect. A way for me to move and sway, like the tree bending upwards and elongating to find myself freed. Tracks, paths, route ways, finding feet upon hands, upon time for me to demand that I take space to breathe in and out, simplicity in the chest, luxury of heart space abound, round, flowing, the table of the Knights Templar, finding new sources of information to keep me going, this river moving in through the crown, spiraling down into earth and ground, connect, dissect, inject inspiration to find the new way forward so that we can reflect, take time, take space, align, one mind, holistic perspectives, moving into this timeline, find divine, all these places moving into next segue. Please take over.
And like the seasons themselves, things will always keep changing, and it's up to us to constantly meet the path in which we are the ones that are truly rearranging the ways in which the creativity flows through this path, the way in which we find out the truth that all things never last. For it is within the Anika existence that we see what is truly in this. The beauty is within the impermeable. So are you appreciating what is in your lap? Are you appreciating the gifts that have come through, that have been a part of your path? And so as we breathe into the gift that is its ever unfolding now, let us continue to open up our hearts as we see through into the truth of this wow. For my goodness, my friends, this life is a gift, and we are here to share it amongst one another. Do not forget this, for it is within the power of our heart that we will continue to change the world, for it is in the power of our art that we will inspire all the boys and all the girls. So let our message continue to ripple out through these waves. Let it teach the people new ways to play, new ways to behave, new ways to find balance between us and the days. For each day is an opportunity for us to change this world, for ask that question of what is needed within this moment, within this breath, as we continue to show up each and every day, as we do our best. For things are unfolding in the way they are meant to, yet it is up to us to show up with a responsibility that only we can do. For we must meet the universe halfway, for we must ask what it is that we can truly do amongst this play, as we wear the many hats and the many masks. Underneath us is something more, a soul which is infinitely old, that has been here before. And so as the rhymes continue to unfold, a voice that speaks true, a voice that is that of wisdom that is within both me and you. And so for anybody else who feels free to take the mic, simply give me some spirit fingers and I'll pass it your way, and you can continue to fight the good fight. Otherwise, we can conclude it with a little bit of a segue, and we'll take a breath. We can always come back to new ways to play. So does anybody else feel like jumping in? Lise, go for it. Pass it back to you.
Okay. I feel a kind of shift in energy, so I'm gonna take the opportunity to just read something really, really short, just to kind of close my contribution, if that's okay. Pilgrim, crusader, foreigner, stranger, traveller, journeywoman, space raver, invader, wanderer, roamer, minstrel, ranger, gadabout, drifter, vagrant, shapeshifter, adventurer, navigator, nomad, explorer, trekker, trooper, tramp, sailor, pilot, captain of independent rank, pathfinder, inquirer, beseecher, suppliant, solo discovery on an odyssey of self-reliance, passage, expedition, quest, migrating to new galaxies, my strength of will to test. We must progress, invest, choose a mission, start an inquest, pursue the heart that runs free when it has been let out of your chest. Time to leave the comfort of the nest. In pursuit of truth, I venture out to seek. Until I find it, I will not rest.
I dig it. That was awesome. Snap, snap, clap, clap. Beautiful. All right. Well, again, for those of you who are just tuning in, you know, a little bit of the flow tree practice there is something that we would encourage everyone to just kind of, you know, go out into the woods and just kind of like allow what wants to come through to come through. It's something that takes a little bit of practice, but it's something that any of us can do. So cool. So if anybody else wants to like take any practice doing flow tree here tonight, please by all means. Elizabeth, passing it over to you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So we're doing free verse from the heart. Is that
Please go for it. Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
I sit here in awe of all of you. From me to you, my heart. It's been a curve, learning so much from the start. I rise, I rise, I rise, I rise higher and higher, touching the sky. In my dreams, I'm a star. And I fall from within. I fall to my inner constellation. I am here. I am here now. I've always been here. Where am I now? Running after my dreams with ribbons of rainbows trailing behind me. Creativity, I look, seeing ribbons planting themselves like kite tails aloft briefly from the motion of the wind. I stop, and I look down breathlessly. Oh no, taking root. Dreams are grown in the fertile fields of intention, emotion, thought, being that. Intention is where I'm at now. Changes are occurring rapidly. And I was born to be here now. I waited and waited for so long, asking with longing. And every answer was soon, soon you shall be called to purpose. Soon, but when? Soon, says the wiseness, the voice from within. 2012 came and went. It was a bit underwhelming. I looked out upon all around me, expecting to see a wave of love. I don't know what I expected, but the work really is an inside job within me. And when I change me, all around me suddenly grows brighter. The colors, they're like iridescent prisms of beauty. And change occurs rapidly when we choose to be that. That I have learned, yes, but still impatient I am, I must. And wait I do, and connect I do, and this gift I have suddenly feels so unburdened. I pass it to
Beautiful. That was awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. Very cool. I like that. It's like beat poet type style too.
you.
In
Thank
addition to
you.
the just like
Thank
flow
you.
tree. Very cool. Very cool. Awesome.
Thank you.
Wonderful. All right. This is first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone again for being here. Thank you to those of us in the YouTube chat and the Facebook chat. Your support is just greatly appreciated, greatly felt. So thank you again, everyone. Just many blessings. All right, and for those of you listening to this afterwards as well. Okay, so with that said, we'll keep passing talking. Stick around. Again, this is like an infinite well of creativity that we're tapped into right now. So I mean, yes, we could be here all night, but we'll just keep riding this wave for, I'd say, probably an hour more is more than enough. So if anybody else would like to go next, please feel free. Again, just raise your hand. Lise, you're heading off for now. Did you want to just say goodnight?
I'm really sleepy. But
Perfect.
thank you
Well,
so much
I
for
appreciate you
the,
joining.
yeah, thanks everyone. My face is, like you said, like literally I'm like,
Yeah. That's a good feeling to
I'm in
fall asleep
pain
with.
from the
Yeah.
joy. But
From
yeah,
the
but yeah, I'm gonna go, guys. Much love.
beautiful. All right, so everybody here, if you enjoyed Lise tonight, make sure to send Lise a message on Instagram or Facebook, and links are in the YouTube. So, all right, thanks again, Lise. Beautiful. All right, so for those of you on the YouTube chat, I'll literally just post Lisa's Instagram right there. So there, boom, you got it. All right, okay, so with that said, we'll keep passing talking around. If anybody else would like to be able to go next, Lily, you would like to go next? And let me just check. Jeremy, is this another friend of Philo's by chance? Yeah, okay, cool, sweet. All right, Jeremy, we'll get it over to you in a minute, buddy. Lily, if you would like to go next, we'll pass the talking stick over to you. When you're ready, go ahead.
Right, if he
1 second,
needs
Jeremy.
to go, like, let him go first if he's on like a time thing or something.
Jeremy, are you cool waiting?
Mine's not going to take too long, but if you need to go now, I can definitely be patient.
I think it's okay, Lily. You can
I'd
go
love
first.
to go first. Is it spoken word or?
Yeah, so spoken word with like kind of like inspirational poetry type thing.
I thought it was just anything flowing or flowing, growing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Did you want to? Are you okay with that, Lily? We'll pass it over to Jeremy then. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so Jeremy, so you're a friend of Philo. Philo's invited you.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, sweet. All right, okay, go ahead, dude. So you can share what you would like to share for our conscious open mic. And thanks for joining, man.
Brendon. Yeah, I feel super excited, and I'm grateful that all of you are expressing yourselves. And Katie, it's awesome to see your face for the first time in like 3 years. So yeah, my name is Jeremy Yellen, and to share my message, I don't need to be yelling. I can just flow with the grace of God and Goddess that is me, and you that is we. Communication between the masculine and the feminine. My destiny is to make a safe place where people can express. They might feel amazing or they might feel like a mess. They might feel like a piece of shit or they might feel like a treasure. And so it's all about self acceptance and it's all about love. It's all about forgiving myself and giving myself hugs. I'm grateful for this life and I'm grateful for this moment. And I'm grateful to be alive and to cherish and hold it. I feel so blessed that I have a mouth and that y'all have ears to which I can spout my sprouts of joy and gratitude. Optimism is my attitude, and my latitude is here and now in this precious moment with my feet on the earth. And I'm giving thanks for my birth. Thanks, Debbie Yellen and Robert Yellen, too, for the life that I was given. And I'm spitting my truth because it's fun. And now I'm done.
That was great. Awesome. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank
Beautiful.
you.
More floetry there. All right. Cool. All right. So again, I hope just by people tuning into this that you're just getting like again by us sharing our heart, our inspirational creations. This is the idea is that this is something that's inside all of us, and now as the story unfolds as a collective, like this is what the world needs. The world needs more of our voice, more of our heart, more of our art out into the world, so that we can continue to inspire and support one another and really just get those messages of love and inspiration out. All right. So with that said, we'll pass the talking stick around. Who would ever like to go next? Just checking in. Katie, you don't have to go next, but is there something else that you would like to share when you're ready? If you want to, yeah, at some point. Okay. So Lily, we'll pass it over to you next, and then we'll go from there. So, all right, Lily. So whenever you're ready, go right ahead, Lily. All right, 1 second, Lily. Let me just unmute you. And oh, okay. Oh, hold on. Try it again. Now you're good. Okay, perfect. Go right ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna like switch it up a little bit. This is very personal to me. So just kind of want to open the space up to everybody to let anything out, to let any feelings, any emotions, this is free, safe space of love that we are all holding. And so without any further ado, I'm just gonna quickly read through something that is very personal to me, and I'm a little shy of sharing, but I'm going to go ahead. This is honoring the inner child. My friends always tell me I get carried away. Sometimes I spit when I talk because I have so much to say. They don't seem to hear me, but I guess it's okay. It's not their fault. My mind is working overtime with no pay. That's always, they always say the same things, and it's starting to get old that my mind can't get sick, it can't catch a cold. I scratch, I pick, my insecurities poke, my fears, my anxieties, a voice that provokes. Take a walk, clear your head, breathe in, count to 10, because on the first page of life, written in red, you'll never make it here if you don't learn to bend. And then it's kind of like, don't speak unless you're spoken to, little girl. Someday you'll find your place in the world. But ladies, don't get dirty. Someday you'll learn to fill the empty space with empty faith. Every day feels like a battle, and I always get hurt. I was frequently told violence was never the answer, but life didn't abide by the rules of a child. I don't know how to fight, only taught how to surrender. There is a certain kind of darkness that does its reaping. It usually takes you right before you are sleeping. It is in the crack in the door that it finds a way to creep in, or the crack in your brain that wants you to drop dead. I don't remember what it's like to see with clear vision. I'm awake every morning like the dead has arisen. I don't have to think this body of mine is a prison. You don't control me. I've got to find my light switch. But the more that I look, the further I get. The only thing about me that needs to be fixed. Because on the first page of life, written in fine print, stop looking for the light. Live it instead. Don't speak until you're spoken to, little girl. Someday you'll find your place among the world. No, ladies, don't get dirty. And someday you'll learn to fill the empty space. My mind is a mess, but I love it nonetheless. They told me to hush, but my words are all that's left. So on the first page of life, written in gold, don't waste it, always doing what you're told.
Wow. Thank you, Lily. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Lily.
Thank
And
you.
absolutely, like, obviously just honoring the fact that, yeah, that was very, very personal. So I very, yeah, just really appreciate that. Beautiful. Awesome.
Yeah.
And thank you everybody else for your support as well.
Yeah, so like let's
Yeah,
get the
make
vibes
some
going.
noise,
Just
yeah.
like we're just gonna open it up, and yeah.
Well, that's good. No, it's important. It's important to be able to express that type of energy, you know, just like, and bringing it into
Yeah,
like
it
a space
loses
that
its
is
power
very,
like anytime I write it down or speak it. And you know the thing is like it releases the negative power, but then you get like this good power. Like so I mean it's like acknowledging it and then like creating with it and making it beautiful and making it like okay, you get it. I'm gonna mute my mic.
Oh no, but I mean, like, yeah, please, if there's more you wish to say, but I mean, like, I just wanted to, yeah, very quickly just acknowledge that, like, yeah, it's very brave of you. What you shared, I feel like I just want to acknowledge that that's very brave of you to be able to share it, and it's, you know, we're proud of you in doing so. So thank you, Lily. Awesome.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You're so right, Lily. Whenever we share it and we witness it and we're not like being it, then we can just put some space between it. And yeah, that's what it's about. Before I go, especially what Lily just said, Brendon, I want to just invite, can I make an invitation to the group about the same exact subject?
Sure, yeah, go ahead. If it's relative, yep.
Yeah, so I just created it's 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern time, the same exact type of space for people to express any traumas or anything that they need to let go of, which is really beautiful that y'all are doing it today and I'm doing it tomorrow. So if any of you want to do another one, Facebook friend me. My name is on your screen, Jeremy Mark Yellen. And
Cool.
Katie, I'd love for you to come so we could reconnect. And yeah, Brendon, thanks for creating such a safe space and being super grounded. And I'd love if you would invite me to future open mics that you're having too.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Jeremy. And if Jeremy, if you're able to post your like your Facebook profile in the Zoom chat, or I'll get it from Philo. But
Oh,
one way or
yeah.
another, we'll include it into the show notes for those who are interested. So
Yeah, I'll do the post in here. Thank you.
okay, perfect. Awesome. Sweet. Beautiful. Okay, so with that said, I think again, just checking in who we still got here. We still got Elizabeth, Lily, Jeremy, Julia, and Katie. So Katie, talking stick, it's up to you if you would like to go next. Would you like to go next?
Yeah,
Okay, go for it.
thank you. Yeah, so the first song that I shared was a medicine song that came from a really deep period of healing last month in February. And this is a poem that I wrote basically during the time that I had to heal from. So it's kind of dark, but I really appreciate knowing that I've kind of come out of that point and that I was still able to express myself and have these conversations with myself to kind of work myself to the point to get out of it. So some flashback to that time. Okie dokie. Floating around on non-optimism. I can't seem to decide on my own grave. An anticipated deliriousness awaits. I left a place to not return, and now it looks I might again. I've looked past deciding to hold myself accountable to words with actions, and I can't place the real me. And I think she's aware and sitting, waiting for me to bring her out of the hidden place. She could walk out, and I can't be mad at her for not. But she is me, and my body's been aching, and my energy feels it only can go so far. It only wants to go so far. I can't take away my allowance to dance and sing, and I allow myself to feel grieving. Hard work proceeding. Never want to do that again. What is worth it? Hard, but worth it? Where are the people I love? Can I stay in a simpler place? Should I go ahead and hibernate? So it's sort of a little bit unfinished, honestly. I was living with people that were kind of toxic for me, and I was trying to will myself to finish running track for my university, which I did not want to do because it was really hard on my body. So there's just a lot really hard on my body, and it was a hard time. But if you heard my first song, I'm really coming out the other side of it all.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I have
Thank
to
you.
say
Thank
it. You
Katie.
have to feel it to heal it. That's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
So you did great.
There you go.
Thank you.
The only
Awesome.
way to go through is to go through it. You can't go around it. You have to go through it.
Yeah,
That's beautiful. Awesome.
absolutely.
Well, thank you for sharing, Katie, and thank you again, everyone, for holding space and supporting. So awesome. All right, Katie, is there anything else you want to share? If there is, you can just let us know as we go.
Yeah, I have one story that I want to share eventually that's written. But
Okay.
we can kind of do another round.
Sure. Okay. All right. So that's cool. Okay. So with that said, I'm just checking in. I have one poem I can share, a short story I can share, and a song I can share, and then I'm gonna limit myself at that. So I'll do that. I'll share this short story. We're kind of just switching gears here. So I'm gonna share this short story, and then maybe I'll do the poem, or I might skip the poem. We'll see. So this is a story. If everyone wants to get like nice and cozy or whatever, story time. Oh boy. Okay. So this is a story that some of you have possibly heard before, and this story is called The Egg. So if you've heard of this before, you can maybe you can just go ahead and leave a comment, but no spoilers though. So all right. So here we go. This is The Egg by Andy Weir. You were on your way home when you died. It was a car accident. Nothing particularly remarkable, but fatal nonetheless. You left behind a wife and 2 children. It was a painless death. The EMT tried their best to save you, but to no avail. Your body was so utterly shattered, you were better off. Trust me. And that's when you met me. And then this is like the voice of you, quote unquote. What? What happened? You asked. Where am I? You died. I said, matter-of-factly. No pointing and mincing words. There was a truck and it was skidding. Yep. I died? Yep, but don't feel bad about it. Everyone dies, I said. You looked around. There was nothingness, just you and me. What is this place? You asked. Is this the afterlife? More or less, I said. Are you God? You asked. Yep, I replied. I'm God. My kids, my wife, you said. What about them? Will they be all right? That's what I like to see, I said. You just died and your main concern is your family. That's good stuff right there. You looked at me with fascination. To you, I didn't look like God. I just looked like some man, or possibly a woman, some vague authority figure, maybe. More of a grammar school teacher than the Almighty. Don't worry, I said. They'll be fine. Your kids will remember you as perfect in every way. They didn't have time to grow contempt for you. Your wife will cry on the outside, but will be secretly relieved. To be fair, your marriage was falling apart. If it's any consolation, she'll feel very guilty for feeling relieved. Oh, you said. So what happens now? Do I go to heaven or go to hell? Neither, I said. You'll be reincarnated. Ah, you say. So the Hindus were right? All religions in their own way, I said. Walk with me. You followed along as you strode through the void. Where are we going? Nowhere in particular, I said. It's just nice to walk and talk. So what's the point then, you asked? When I get reborn, I'll just be a blank slate, right? A baby, so all my experiences and everything I did in this life won't matter. No, not so, I said. You have within you all the knowledge and all experiences of all your past lives. You just don't remember them right now. I stopped walking and took you by the shoulders. Your soul is more magnificent, beautiful, and gigantic than you can possibly imagine. A human mind can only contain a tiny fraction of what you are. It's like sticking your finger in a glass of water to see if it's hot or cold. You put a tiny part of yourself into the vessel, and when you bring it back out, you've gained all the experiences it had. You've been inhuman for the last 48 years, so you haven't stretched out yet and felt the rest of your immense consciousness. If we hung out here for long enough, you'd start to remember everything, but there's no point to doing that between each life. How many times have I been reincarnated then? Oh, lots and lots. And in and into lots of different lives, I said. This time around, you'll be a Chinese peasant girl in 54 AD. Wait, what? You stammered. You're sending me back in time? Well, I guess technically, time as you know it only exists in your universe. Things are different where I come from. Where you come from, you said? Oh, sure. I explained. I come from somewhere else, and there are others like me. I know you'll want to know what it's like there, but honestly, you wouldn't understand. Oh, you said, a little let down. But wait, if I get reincarnated to other places, I could have interacted with myself at some point. Sure, happens all the time. And with both lives only aware of their own lifespan, you don't even know it's happening. So what's the point of all this? Seriously? I asked. Seriously? You're asking me for the meaning of life? Isn't that a little stereotypical? Well, it's a reasonable question, you persisted. I looked you in the eye. The meaning of life, the reason I made this whole universe, is for you to mature. You mean mankind? You want us to mature? No. Just you. I made this whole universe for you. With each new life, you grow and mature and become larger and a greater intellect. Just me? What about everyone else? There is no anyone else, I said. In this universe, there's just you and me. You stared blankly. But all the people on Earth, all are you. Different incarnations of you. Wait. I'm everyone? Now you're getting it, I said with a congratulatory slap on the back. I'm every human being who ever lived, or who will ever live. Yes, I'm Abraham Lincoln, and you're John Wilkes Booth too. I'm Hitler, you said, appalled, and you're the millions he killed. I'm Jesus, and you're everyone who followed him. You fell silent. Every time you victimize someone, I said, you were victimizing yourself. Every act of kindness you've done to yourself. Every happy and sad moment ever experienced by any human was or will be experienced by you. You thought for a long time. Why, you asked, why do all this? Because someday you will become like me, because that's what you are. You're one of my kind. You're my child. Whoa, you said, incredulous. You mean I'm a god? No, not yet. You're a fetus. You're still growing. Once you've lived every human life throughout all time, you will have grown enough to be born. So the whole universe, it's just an egg, I answered. Now, it's time for you to move on to your next life, and I sent you on your way. The end. Or to be continued, I should say. So, snap. So, cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's one I know a lot of people have heard, but also a lot of people haven't heard. So there we go. There's some little one there. All right, I'm going to, with that, I'm just going to share a poem. And this is a poem. I've actually shared this on past broadcasts, but I just want to share it. It's not a long one, but it is just kind of relative to the theme that we just kind of shared there. So this one is called Wake Up. Wake up, wake up. You've forgotten who you are. You've traveled far from home. You've come from the stars. But the stars aren't just above you. There's the ones in your eyes that echo your golden self, the you who sees through the lies. Because you came here to learn, to see beyond the illusion, a truth about what this is, hyperdimensional transfusion. Each day is a new experience to unlock an old memory that this body is a vehicle an extension, an accessory. Each one of us is light, vibrating to create this form, so we can act and do our part to be a spark in this storm. Because ripples create waves, so be the change you wish to see. Act from the heart. Love is the key. But don't stop there. There's so much that you can learn about this realm and those beyond it. The key is waiting to be turned. Open your eye to what's around you. It's hidden in plain sight. Sacred G and Fibonacci, infinity unfolding light. Manifest your intention with the power of your mind. Meditate your way to freedom, and freedom you will find. This isn't New Age jargon. This is something that is real. It's something that is lived, something you can feel. But this is just my art, so don't believe it from me. Go journey on your own and share what you see. As a collective conscious being, together we will grow. You create your own reality, as above, so below. Snap, 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 clap, clap, clap. Cool. All right. Cool. Okay. So there we go. Thanks everyone for letting me share. And with that said, we'll pass it to whoever would like to go next. And we're getting close to wrapping up here. So if you feel like you're just like, don't have much to share, that's okay. We'll just wrap up with whatever else we feel that we got on in our pouch of magic creations. And then from there, we'll conclude the broadcast. So if anybody would like to volunteer to go next, go ahead and let me know. Okay, so Elizabeth still has something. Is there anybody else? Julia, was there anything else that you had to share? No, I'm not trying to put you on the spot. That's okay. So, no worries. Okay, cool. And I'm just kind of checking in. Is there anything else that anybody else wants to share before we wrap this up? That way, so we can just kind of know what else we got. So Lily's got something they want to share.
I have a surprise.
Oh, okay.
Surprise
Lily
fun
has a
ending.
surprise.
So I want to go
Okay.
last.
Okay. And Katie, was there anything else you wanted to share before the end?
If there's time, I would love to.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I think we'll pass it over to Elizabeth, and then from there, I think we'll pass it over to Katie, and then I'll pass it back to myself. I'll sing a song. That will be my last thing, and then Lily, you wanted to go last? Is that what? Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. So Elizabeth, we'll pass it over to you if you would like to go next. And yeah, I'll just unmute you. There you go. You're good to go. All right, perfect.
Thank you. This poem is called Love. I bless myself with love. I bless my heart with love. I bless the earth, Gaia, the great goddess, with love. I bless the realms of flora and fauna with love. I bless the water, rivers, streams, brooks, puddles, bogs, swamps, lakes, ponds, underground lakes, streams, water wells, all surface water on the earth. I bless with love. I bless the air and the winds of the earth with love. I bless the sky and the dirt of the earth with love. I bless the mountains, valleys, ridges, meadows, deserts, taigas, moors, beaches, and all landforms. I bless with love. I bless myself with love. I bless my heart with love. I bless you with love. I bless the earth and all her inhabitants with love. Let light flow to every heart of humankind. Let this light expand and fill with love. Let the light within every heart be expanded.
Snap, 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 snap.
Bless you with love.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. May I ask, when was that poem written?
November 12th, 2012.
Okay, so from quite a while ago. That's awesome. I love, again, I just love with art. One of the things that I really want to remind us is that like part of our role as creators right now is like we're basically like time traveling wizards, in the sense that like art that we created like a decade ago can still be relevant and fresh and meaningful and new today. So for any of you, you know, if like you've got stuff that you've been sitting on, like put it up in an Instagram post, sing it in a video or something like that. You know, just because it's old doesn't mean that it's, it's done and over with. Like, if anything, like, you know, there's always opportunities for us to be able to like reach into the past and fold it back into the present. So cool. Elizabeth, thank you so much. Now, Elizabeth, is there anything else you would like to share before we conclude the broadcast? Is there any other? I mean, I'm sure obviously there's
one
more.
more, and it's really quick. It's like
Okay.
it's really, really quick.
Okay, go ahead, and you can do that now then if you'd like.
And then I'll just sit quietly and enjoy all of your beauty. This is something that I wrote in 2007, and it's an invocation poem that I use often in my life. It goes like this: I choose peace. This is my prayer. Peace here, peace everywhere. Namaste. I bless you all with love. Thank you so much for having me here and giving me this platform. Love more and expect miracles.
Awesome. Thank you, Elizabeth. And again, for everybody here, like, really encouraging you to connect with our shifters on the broadcast. So for Elizabeth, facebook.com/fairy rocks, and again, you can find the links for Elizabeth and other people on the broadcast in the show notes on YouTube. So if you're on YouTube now, you can just refresh that, and I'll post Elizabeth's Facebook into the chat as well. So Elizabeth, thank you so much. Looking forward to creating more together. So
I look forward to that too. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, so with that said, I think Katie, did you want to go next? No, you don't want to go next?
No,
well, I think
I just
whatever works for you is totally
that
cool.
needs to be
So.
Your sharings are so incredible, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, so Katie, if you don't want to go next, then that means that I have to go next.
I'm good on sharing tonight. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
All right, awesome. And Katie, I think you posted your Facebook. Did you want me to put your Facebook into the show notes?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, we'll make sure I add that then. Okay, cool. All right, so I think Lily's gonna be the last one for tonight, and then I'm gonna try singing a song here. It's similar to before. It's gonna be kind of like an a cappella version. This is new to me. I haven't done this. Is like one of my favorite songs. It's a really, really like heartfelt song. And so I'll do my best kind of like singing it in a way that doesn't have like any music in the background. I was debating on like playing like with my like Merlin at some point tonight where it's like, but I'm like honestly not the best with it, and I feel like that's like almost something. Well, let me just see where I'll just play something really quickly. So okay, for everybody tune into this. Okay, so oh, if you're watching this broadcast, I just want you to know that I love you no matter where you go, because we're in this together and we're doing our part. We're changing the world through the magic of art. Oh la 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 la. You are a time traveling wizard, my friend, and you can do anything. You are a time-traveling wizard, my friend, and you can do almost anything. So open your heart and sing out your voice and make sure it's nice and loud, because that would be a choice so they can hear you really far across the land through all the different internets. And thank you for being here and for doing your part. I love the fact that we're creating with our hearts. There's some Merlin in there. Like honestly, like I don't my ability to play the Merlin, like it's not note related, it's just like hitting stuff and singing stuff, but hey, it works. So
Woo, that was great.
Okay. If anything, like I just sing it purely for like, it's like purely like comical and stuff. Maybe I'll do one more of those before we wrap up the broadcast. We'll see. Okay. All right. Okay. So since everyone liked it so much, apparently. Okay. 1 second. All right. Okay. So this next song that I'm gonna sing, is a song by Ayla Nero. How many people here know Ayla Nero? Yeah, Katie, you do. Yeah, of course. All right, so this is like a variation of the song "Twirl Me," which Katie, do you know that song "Twirl Me"? Do you know? Yeah, you do. Okay. All right, so some of you kind of like know this song. And like there's like versions of the song. There's like an acoustic version, and I'm gonna try like singing like some sort of acapella version. I don't even know what this is gonna sound like. I have never done this before, but let's do it. I got the lyrics in front of me. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna try and like not make the sounds of the song with my voice, but I'll just kind of like sing it and read it almost as if it's like a poem or something like that. So okay, give me 2 seconds here. I'm incredibly nervous. Oh god. All right. So again, Ayla Nero. I encourage everyone to check her out. AYLANERRO. NERO. I forget how to spell it. Anyways, well, yeah, check it out. Okay. I saw a girl last night. She was standing in the light in the corner of a room. She was waiting for a hand. Then a boy came over and asked her to dance. And all eyes stopped to watch them as they moved up and down with the waves of the song. Their moves keep time with the rhythm. And I feel like there's a part missing there in the lyrics. Hold on. I think that lyrics version is not actually the full version. Oh no. 1 second. Please tell me one more time. Don't stop singing. Code of the Flowers. Yeah, it's good. There's so many. Yeah, okay. No, I was right. Okay, I was totally right. Like the version I was reading like didn't even have all the lyrics in it. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm going to just start over from again, and I just need to like get my voice into it, activate my voice chakra, throat chakra, whatever. Sound chakra. my mouth chakra. Okay. All right. Here we go. I saw a girl last night. She was standing in the light in the corner of a room. She was waiting for a hand. Then a boy came over and he asked her to dance. All eyes stopped to watch them. They moved up and down with the waves of the song. Their moves keeping time for the rhythm. Then the girl looked at him and she knew what it was, and she smiled and she said, please twirl me one more time and don't stop spinning me. Please swirl me in your mind so I can be a colored painting that you look upon. Spin, spin with me. Do, boom, boom. Music in here, insert music in your head. I heard a story about a man, and he came up with a plan for flying. He showed it to his wife. Then he said, now darling, why are you crying? And she whispered in his ear, I've a fear you won't come back down to this ground. And he said, I'll always come back to you. Just help me this once to get higher up. And she kissed her and he said, please twirl me one more time and don't stop spinning me. Please swirl me in your mind so I can be a colored painting that you look upon. And he was off and gone. There once was a woman lying in bed, with her lover's head upon her shoulder. She said, now, my darling, you sound so faint. Don't tell me it's time, I just can't take this. And she told her, please don't worry, dear. There's nothing to fear in moving on. But there's one thing I'd like to ask of you. And she said, just tell me, darling, I'll do anything, anything. And she said, please twirl me one more time, don't stop spinning me. Please swirl me in your mind so I can be a colored painting that you look upon. And she was off and away. We're gonna do the chorus one last time. Please twirl me one more time. Please twirl me one more time and don't stop spinning me. Please swirl me in your mind so I can be a colored painting that you look upon. And he was off and gone. There we go. How was that? Katie, how was that? You have a reference.
That was good. That song's so magical and sad.
I know, right?
But
yeah.
the beats,
Beautiful.
when you really listen to the song, like it's all like magical. It's a magical
Super
song.
magical. Yeah, for anybody who's looking for like a new favorite song, again, look up Twirl Me. Twirl Me Wild Lights is like one of the versions, or Twirl Me Ayla Nero. And yeah, it's AYLANERO. So beautiful. All right. Well, I feel like, is there more Ayla Nero songs that we should just end up singing? Is that like gonna be a thing now? So we'll have to wrap it up. But yeah, I do recommend people go check out Ayla Nero, Dub FX. Those are just some of the people, and both of them do like looping too. So of course I would end up singing both their songs. That's cool. All right, so with that said, Lilly, if Lilly is still there, I think we are going to pass it over to Lilly, and then we'll wrap up the broadcast momentarily. So I'm not 100%. Julia, are you saying things? Your microphone's muted. I'm not sure. No, you're not? Are you? Maybe? Okay. Compliments, I assume. You're just like, how amazing everyone is. Perfect. All right. Lilly is here. Perfect. All right, Lilly, we'll pass it over to you, and then I think unless there's any other surprises, I think that will be our cue to wrap it up for the night and go spend time and do what we need to do to get ready to go to sleep and everything. So, Lilly, we'll pass it over to you. Go ahead and share what you would like to share from your heart.
Thank you. And from my heart, I'd like to say thank you to you. I'd like to thank everyone on the panel tonight. I'd like to thank everyone who's watching. And I just wanted to kind of incorporate, and there's some females here I think that would resonate. And it's on my Instagram, so hint, hint, check it out. But anyways, I couldn't end this without some other art. So a great thing to do, especially at these times, is like create your own tarot cards. So this one's the High Priestess. Resonate, raise your hand. Okay, High Priestess. Yeah. You awesome, awesome women. All right, the Empress. The Empress. Mother Nature, Mother Gaia, really in tune. I do. For both. Okay. And the Hierophant, and this is I definitely designed this like to look, it's all makes sense. Just pause it and check it out. Or go to my Instagram and then you'll see it. And then strength, and this is something I think we can all have, and something I like to represent in this is a turtle, and the home is on its back. The turtle's home is wherever it goes. And we are always home. Yes, resonate, strength, resilience, and adaptability. It's really coming through. Okay. And the lovers. And the lovers can be, a spiritual connection, your connection with yourself, your connection with her, just whatever. the lovers. And I think all of us as humans can resonate um, with the lovers card in some way, because it doesn't have to be necessarily what the book says. It's what your heart says. And that's my message. Okay, so like create your own, like design it yourself.
Oh, Lily, I think you muted yourself by accident. Go ahead, Lily, or hold on. Lily, you muted yourself by accident.
Sorry, my your comfort zone will kill you. This is nothing special here, you know, but it is special. Very special. Like, it may not look like it, but it's full of really good energy. Your comfort zone will kill you. So this is what gives me inspiration and hope when I look at it. You know, every day it's around me. Surround yourself, make things, create things. If they don't exist, they can exist in your mind, manifest them into reality. Okay, so artists, all types. If you think like, oh, I can't do this poetry and this and that, like this is just an easy prints, you know, like you're able to print art nowadays. It's really cool. It says peace. So next to your comfort zone will kill you, peace. So, you know, no need to stress out. Like, just get out of that comfort zone. It's time. Okay. And then I mentioned another broadcast, but it was just with me. All this amazing energy. And I just wanted to flash this. And I also wanted to mention, hang on, let me get a sip of water. So, hang on.
Go for it. Yeah. Lily's a super amazing artist, and for those of you listening to the audio, like Lily's like showing art that she's created, including the tarot deck.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
great job, Lily.
All right, thank you guys for being patient with me. And this is a little bit for me, just about the morning meditations. I had to catch mine later today because I was a sleepy butt. And sometimes we need extra sleep. So I'm bouncing on my exercise ball. So that's what you see me bouncing on. I don't know if I can even get it on camera, but I'm on a bouncy ball. Okay, my exercise ball. And I just want to mention Mornings with Wolf. They are amazing, guys. Yes. Thank you. Everybody can probably unmute their mics and say yes. If you haven't been watching Mornings with Wolf, you definitely should. My morning wasn't the same. Getting those chakras aligned, meditating, everything you need, getting those sillies out, getting those wiggles out. We need to do that in the beginning, and sometimes we need to do that at the end, so everybody can just kind of like, we're gonna make animal sounds, and if you need to, like, wiggle around, but definitely first thing in the morning, get that blood flowing, Yes. Smile asana. I really, like, I think I have RV. What is it called? I don't know, but RV Evers. So I like to do this like smile asana. It's like really amazing and fun.
Smile asana, yeah.
Smile asana is something I learned on. I'd heard about, but I had never done until I did Mornings with Wolf. And I'm actually exhausted, so I'm going to stop bouncing. So I have energy to do tomorrow's episode in the morning, his broadcast.
Oh yeah.
So I hope to see everyone that's on here there tomorrow. That'd be awesome. The girls join, and everyone who's watching, I want to see some new faces. I want you guys to feel it. There's nothing like experiencing it. No words that we say can give you the experience unless you give yourself permission to have it. So I just encourage you tonight to have it on your heart and think about it as you go to sleep, to just, be mindful and just, consider that as your morning routine, make it a morning practice and see if you don't see a difference. Like, you don't know unless you try. And what's the worst that can happen? You're going to get fit. You're going to feel, I mean, there's really no cons, pros and cons. And right now we're all in a time where we should be, working out, eating right, drinking our water, and we should be smiling. If we can't give a hug, we can still give a smile unless, we're wearing a mask. But let me tell you, smiles are in the eyes too. Okay, you can smile with your eyes. So you don't even have to like see this, and you can see I'm smiling at you. Like, this is a smile, my expression. So that's something great that we can give, and just being our authentic selves all the time. And that's how you make true relationships and true, becoming part of a tribe and everything, is being your true authentic self and bringing everything that you have at the time, at the moment, where the spirit leads you. That's all it really takes is just showing up, like, and then the rest just happens. So I could go on and on and on about Mornings of Wolf and like how awesome this is, but I'm gonna zip it because I'm sure we're all a little sleepy.
Man, you guys are the best. I love you so much, and thank you, Lily. And again, for those of you like context wise, so waking up with Wolf is like part of the morning meditations that we do as a community that I lead at 10 a.m. Monday to Friday, and you can tune into those through my YouTube channel. So if you're watching this for the first time on Facebook or somewhere else, make sure you're connected either with my Facebook profile or subscribe on YouTube. And yeah, and those are all free and available, and tune in and watch them whenever you get a chance. So okay, so I wanna just be able to. Do you guys want me? Can I play one more song? Do I have your permission to just like make something up? I feel like that's like, I don't know. I feel like there's like that's like getting popular now. So okay, all right, here we go. All right, okay, so. Once upon a magical time, there was a stranger, and their name was you and me. And then they were going on a journey, not sure of what they'd see, meeting all the people along the ways of finding the path back to the heart, away from the kingdom in order to start, because you have to leave your comfort zone if you really want to find your way back home, because the path that you lead for yourself is written in the stars and sprinkled by magical elves or something like that. We're just making this up as we go along, because my goodness, you are so loved. My goodness, you're loved. And my goodness, you are loved. And my goodness, you are loved. So, oh, go to sleep and have a great day. Keep on smiling as we remember how to play. Share the magic of your gifts and help this world feel the bliss. Children of the sun, come together as one. Children of the sun, come together as one. Everyone unmute themselves and sing along. Just repeat that last thing that I was saying. Children of the sun, come together as one.
Okay, one more time. What's the lyrics? Because you guys were all different places. We gotta get this right. We gotta. Okay, what is it?
Come together. It won't synchronize either way. Like the audio doesn't work that way. Like it's gonna sound horrible, but we're just gonna. Children of the sun, come together as one.
Okay.
Children of the sun,
come together as one.
Awesome, great.
Children of the sun, come together as one.
One more time.
Children of the sun, come together as one.
You guys are awesome. I love you. Woo! Spirit fingers. Clap, 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 clap.
Wait, no, I have to. I'm bring. It's not a lighter, but yay!
Oh yeah, light the candles. It's awesome. Sure, like garden crystals. Yeah. All right, beautiful. All right, well, now that we've obviously ended it off on a high note, I think that's a perfect place to wrap it up. So. All right, so thank you again, everyone, so much for joining in, for all of our people, all of the shifters who are here on air, for those of you listening afterwards, for those of you in the live chat, thank you so much for just adding your energy. We'll be back here again next week. For those of you who are looking to tune in next week we're actually going to be doing dream class. So that's going to be all about like practicing and talking about our dream practices, dream stories, lucid dreaming, metaphysics, astral projection, creating accountability, accountability as community. So for those of you who want to get involved with that, again, be sure to let me know. Priority access for leading members. So again, if you haven't already messaged me about that, feel free to let me know. Check out more at paradigmshiftcentral.com. Send me a message on Instagram at Mystic Spider-Man. Connect with our members here on the broadcast through the notes and in the YouTube info. And thank you again to our Patreon supporters. We actually did get a new Patreon supporter during the broadcast. Special thank you to Yasura. Thank you so much, Yasura, for adding their support on Patreon. And again, people feel free to check out more of the Patreon. Lots more inspirational content coming your way. Tune in for all sorts of awesome stuff. And thank you again just for being here and for doing our part and for being like adding your energy to this really amazing community space that we're creating together. So thank you so much, everyone. With that said, just gently inviting everybody here to unmute their microphones, and we'll send some love out to all the people who are tuned in here tonight. So go ahead, make some noise, send some love. Thank you again. Keep it shifty. We'll see you in the future. You're awesome. You're doing great. Go keep changing the world. We love you.
Love you.
All right. Awesome. Great job, team. See you in the future.
See you in the future.
Special thank you to Danny Leonardo, whose music is featured at the beginning and end of this broadcast. Be sure to check out more of Danny's work in the YouTube info below. Thank you, Danny.